What's going on, guys? Pilot here, and we're back with another character creation video. And today we're going to be making Kratos from God of War, specifically the newer God of War where he has the big beard. You could probably put the small beard on him as well if you wanted. We'll see how we go. But to get started, let's go with a class just for the heck of it. I say Berserker, probably. It fits. So it's not really, you can pick whatever class you like, of course, but yeah. So the first thing we're going to do here is we're going to engage the slider overdrive. If you don't know what this is, when the slider overdrive is disengaged, it keeps the facial proportions very sort of in the realms of being realistic, I suppose. You can't make things too big or too out of place. If you've seen any really insanely weird looking characters, they have the slider overdrive engaged. For this one, we need to go just a little bit out of the realms of normal, so we're going to engage this just a little, well, just to use it a little bit. We're not going too hard with this because we are still recreating a normal looking human. So, right, body, personality, that one, I think we're just going to ramp him up, make him as large as he can be. Voices, well, voice pitch is going to be deep. I'm going to...
Now this is the look of a hero.
I mean, maybe.
My image.
It's not strange.
I could do with a change.
Yeah, we'll give him that one, boy. We'll give him that one. So, he is, you know what? I'm going to take his head size down just a little bit. Just a little bit, because I was looking at it there, it looked kind of large. We'll maybe come back to it, but anyway, there we go. So, facial features, let's go. Head shape. Okay, so before we do this, actually, let's do the hair first. He is bald, so let's just get that on first so that we can see the shape of the head. So head shape, you know, it's not gonna be too big. I mean, he is quite, we used hardened for Giga Chad, but Kratos is quite, he has a lot of facial marks and stuff like that, so maybe we'll go with hardened. Yeah, oh, nope. I think we'll go with hardened. We can always come back. This is the beauty of this. We can always come back. Skin color. Kratos is ash white, isn't he? So let's go with, that's kind of purple. That's grey. Surely there's a nice white one. Yeah, that may work. Yeah, let's go with that one. Argent, or Argent. Apologies. He is bald. Facial hair, we're going to give him the big beard. I will say that everything I'm using in this, to my knowledge, is from the base character creator. As you can see, I've unlocked some other things from my my gameplay, but we're going to be keeping it as normal as possible here. So we've got his big beard, and then maybe we'll come back and look at how he looks with that, which is more in line with his original trilogy look. But right now we're going to give him the big beard. Hair color, black. We want darkest as we can get. Dark as we can get, that's one. That's one. Alright, ears. So, I've got a little picture of him up to the side. I will bring that up and we will take a look. So he's got kind of like, he's got fairly normal looking ears, I would say. They're not pointed. They stick out a little bit. They're a bit, it's a bit too much. It's a bit too much. It's a bit too, maybe that. Well, I'll go with them. We'll go with angular. We'll give them angular. Okay. The size. Do we want these ears to be bigger or smaller? No, I think that's okay. I think they're fine where they are. Right. Okay. So nose shape. His nose. He's got a big hooked nose. I think there is a hooked nose in here, as far as I remember. Yeah, a big hooked nose like that he has. That will do, I think. But we're going to, this is where we're going to use the slider overdrive. We're going to maybe start ramping things up a bit. Not too much, we don't want them to look cartoony. But we're giving that the nose size a little bit larger. And then I think the nose height, I think we want it to be quite low because he has a long face. So let's go with maybe about there. Yeah. Yeah, we're going to move everything down to give him a long face because he has that long brooding face. Mouth shape. It's hidden behind a little beard. It's a little mouth hidden behind a big beard, and his mustache kind of gives you his expression. The beard in this doesn't really give you much expression. It's quite flat. So we will just go with, I think we might just give him a little small mouth. It's hidden under there. Yeah, let's go with that. And I say maybe, I don't need to bother with that, but the height we can now we're talking. Right, okay, cool. So there you go. That immediately gives him a sort of brooding look. Let's maybe put that about there. Yeah. Right, okay, so his eyes, I think he's very old and weathered by the time we get to the PlayStation 4 God of War, isn't he? So, let's give him some really quite, let's do his eyes first. So his eyes, I would say, you know, how's he going to look? No, possibly that looks a little bit, I think that's a little bit too bad. He looks tired in that one. I guess we'll see. Doesn't have reptilian eyes, that's not. What's that? Deep? No. White? No, we've been there. Striking? Oh, there's smoldering. Puffy? Weathered? Weathered is the word we're looking for, but they make him look quite sad. And he has very angry eyes. He has eyeliner on. He has some eyeliner. That might help as well. We can always come back. Let's go with Puffy, actually. I think that's quite good. Yeah, Puffy's quite, you know, he's tired of his son's nonsense at this point, you know. So, pupils, dot, I think, just dot standard. That's the standard human eye, is that. We could give him little tiny beady eyes, but they don't really work. He just has normal eyes. Okay, normal eyes, and color. His eyes are brown, so just brown, I think. His eyes are kind of an ambery brown, but that amber is a bit too up there. So, thinking we'll just go with the brown because it's quite a light brown, so that sort of works. Okay, left eye size. Do we want to mess with the eyes? Could yeah, you know what? Yeah, we'll take them down just a little bit. And the height. Do we want to mess with the height? I mean, they look okay the way they are. Maybe. If we put them up a little bit like that, that adds to the height of his face and gives him that long face. But his eyes, you know, the size thing could, his eyes are quite small. They're not huge, so that might work. The spacing is fine, I think. You could put them closer together, I guess. His eyes, they're okay like that, I think. I think they're fine where they are. I might come back and make them look bigger. We'll see how it looks when he has like the eyeliner and stuff on. We'll see how he looks after that. The angle. Now here's the thing. Could we maybe make him look angrier with the angle? You know, you could obviously, you've got the slider overdrive. You can really make him, you know, like that. That's what the slider overdrive engage does. We don't need that though. But I think we can maybe like, we don't want him looking all sad, but perhaps we could angle them just a. No, I think they're actually okay where they are. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. There you go. Just a little bit. That'll work. Right, that's us for his standard face. Now we're going to go into the decoration here. And this is where it's going to give him some emotion to his face. So he has got a scar down his left eye. Or what I'm looking at, my left. His right, I think. But the scar is just a claw mark across his eye. Whereas the claw mark in this is not very it's not very subtle. So actually, is there even one? Yeah, there's that, but it'd be on the other eye, and it's a bit much. So I think maybe right now we'll leave it off just now, because we're going to try and get his sort of tattoo on. But his tattoo doesn't exist in the game as we know it yet, that I've found. But we can, I mean, you can chop and change what you give him here. I think the closest one to a band is that, like, that covers a lot of his face. So let's give him that one. And we will make it like a kind of red color, I suppose. Let's see. Brick Village. That works. That one, actually, Dusk Blaze. We'll go with Dusk Blaze. That looks okay. We'll give him that just now. Right, eyeliner. So he does have dark eyes. The thing is, with the character creator in this, all of the eyeliner is winged. As you can see, it's got little wings on it, and he doesn't have winged eyeliner. So again, I sort of try to avoid that and work in the eyeshadow. So let's see what we can get in the eyeshadow. Something just sort of, yeah, subtle like that. That just sort of adds, you know, that just sort of adds a bit of depth to him. Because if you take that off, It's subtle, but it's there. It's just a little bit. So we'll give him that. We can go through the rest, but the rest are all sort of defined and shaped. And he does not have any sort of definition and shape. It's just, he just has very weathered eyes. That's not too bad, but I feel like it's also quite noticeable, whereas that is so subtle, it just works. It just works. Eyeshadow color, we'll keep it black. Yep, we'll keep it black. And that just gives him that nice definition. We could also give his face a little bit more with some blush, I suppose. Let's see. Something, see, that's a bit extreme, even if we took the color down. That's actually a little bit better. That kind of does take on the shape. That does give him some shape to his face, towards his beard line, which is where it matters. Let's go with defined and divine then. We'll try that just now. And blush color. Let's go with maybe something a little bit lighter, just to see how we want, because he is quite, he's not haggard, but he is quite he's quite weathered, I think. So maybe something that's not one of these big colors. Ah, wait. Oh, that works. Yeah, that's quite subtle, but it adds a little bit of color, a little bit of kind of browny grey there. Let's go with that. That'll work. That's Gaunt Glam. Lipstick, can't really see his lips, but I do think it's smart to just add the light touch to all my characters I've been doing. Just light touch, and then make it a little bit of a, give it a little bit of color to it. And maybe we'll give it the same, that Gaunt, have we got that Gaunt one? Yeah, the Gaunt Glam. That's that. You can see his bottom lip a little bit, so maybe, maybe something a little bit nicer? Perhaps? Well, that one that's quite subtle. Maybe we'll go with that one. We'll come back and see after we trial his other beard. But there we go. Kind of got him going. He's got the long face on, and he's very nonplussed about doing this. I think that's probably the best way to go right now with that. So let's do that. Armor decoration. Let's give him some armor. He kind of has like just normal sort of Viking style armor. This doesn't really matter. You would change this as you go. So let's just give him a, we'll color it too. We'll color it. And his armor's quite it's brown, and sometimes he has some blue as well, doesn't he? So let's just give him some browns, nice and, because this is just the starter armor. This really doesn't make much of a difference. Obviously, he doesn't wear a lot of armor because he is, you know, the God of War. But in the meantime, maybe we'll throw a bit of blue in there, just to, or red. You know what? We'll throw some red in there. We'll highlight it with some red, just because obviously his face and stuff has the red on it. So just like that. So yeah, let's try that. So we'll go back to the facial features and we'll try the other beard, the facial. So that's the one that from the God of War PS4, and if we gave him that, see that works. That really, I think I'm really quite happy with that. The nose is more profound there, and you can see that if you look at other pictures of old Kratos, that's quite there. I do enjoy that. So, but for the interest of this, we're going to give him the big, angry-looking beard thing. But then also we have that. These are both base character creator things, so that works. He doesn't look too angry, but your character does emote in the game, which really makes a difference. So let's go back to that, and let's check him out. Whoa, wait a minute. I didn't mean that. Yeah, we could give him some... I just... One flick of the joystick there, and we've completely changed them to something else. Right, sorry, Kratos. He's going to be mad at me. Right, let's go into the character creator, or sorry, the photo mode, and we'll see what he looks like. Okay, before we go to photo mode, I have had an addition here. So when you're using him without the beard, you're using the kind of original PS3 trilogy, PS2, whatever, the original trilogy beard. I changed his lip color to Wildflower Funk, and it actually flows a little bit nicer. The tattoo's a lot more. There's a lot more to that tattoo, actually, without the big beard on. But I did that, and I also changed his eyebrows. I left his eyebrows normal on the original big bearded version, but in this one, I had decided that we will give him better eyebrows to make him angrier, because he was a lot angrier on the original original trilogy. So that's, I've given him there. I've given him severe eyebrows. I was going to give him the pointed ones, but you know, they're a bit heavy. I think these ones are a bit more defined. So you can give him those if you want him to look super mad about it. And that will be him for the, what am I trying to say? For the original trilogy. Yeah, right, okay, photo mode, let's go. Alright, so here we go. We're back in the starter area, no spoilers from here or anything like that if you're worried. And we have one very stoic looking Kratos. I think I may have made his eyes a little bit angled too much. I could have taken the angle down once, but I think from the side profile it works because it gives him that sort of angry squint to his eyes that he's always doing. He's always mad about something. And I think it really works actually. I think I'm pretty happy with that. The skin color is fine, the texture is good. And obviously, like, your character will emote as you do things throughout the game. The base face is quite just a straight expression. But when you got him jumping around and stuff like that, you can get some rather cool effects. I think the side profile really works on this though. The side profile is very Kratos. And obviously you can use the other beard that we looked at in the creator as well if you want to do that. And that's it. So he's finished. He's ready to go. And you know, he's got the right kind of backdrop on him up in the mountains there. So there we go. We got Kratos. You can go chase boy and do stuff. And that's it. So guys, if you enjoyed that, I appreciate you guys. If you liked the video, left a comment, whatever. Do all that YouTube stuff. I don't really know. But I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you again for watching, and take it easy. Have a good day. I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.